So I got some some changes to the wake and some notes and stuff. So obviously you're doing the things you're doing from the last round. Those got to get done. Cool. But I realized the first part of both verses, I had this idea even a long time ago when we were writing the shit. But when we did the demos, it just didn't sound right, and I don't know, for some reason it just didn't hit right. But now I just kind of listening, and it totally is the way to go. And I even demoed it with my octave guitar bass thing. It definitely sounds the way to go. On the first part of the verse, it's really just the guitar's all high and notey anyway. The bass should just be going with the kick drums. So it's like the idea is to do, check this out. It's real simple. Super simple, but that's what it should be. I mean, the guitar is high and notey. It's gonna have chorus on it, or the effect. I mean, the chorus and everything. So just do that, man. It's only the 4 bars of the first and second verse. That's it. And then that's obviously not the one. That's not a slide because the guitar is not sliding, and so that's just solid. Those 4 times, first and second verse. So you can go do that. It's super easy. You should be able to knock that out. It's super easy. It just sounds better. It gives more room for the guitars to breathe and all that kind of stuff. So that was my bad, or not bad. Just something, writing, demoing process. Anyway, so that. Next thing is the bass fills in the 2 verses. They're out of key. I could hear them. I knew there's something. Every time I heard them, I knew something was off. That's why I wanted you to send them to me. I actually sent you a video. I'll put it in the link just so you can, because honestly, you should rewatch it for future stuff about the way to write and to make sure you're in key. You obviously didn't watch it or didn't remember it or whatever. I specifically even did the wake because I knew you'd be writing these bass fills and I wanted them to make sure you got it in key, but you didn't. So anyway, technically the wake is actually in the main riffs are actually in the Mixolydian scale, but that's not even, I didn't write it off that or anything, I just realized it later. But bottom line is it's that whole 2 4 5 2 4 5. You were going, that is G, or not G, but 3rd fret thing. It's not in the scale because it's not. So that's wrong. So anyway, I just spent the time and just wrote what I think is pretty much what it should be, because the reality is you're going, you're doing that fill, and the notes that are missing are all that whole, is that, like in the song, technically that gap would have been the da-na-da-na in that thing. So you want to use those notes, those half-step notes, just what sounds right. So I was thinking, I did it, I'll send you the track because I recorded it too, but just being, for the first one, going, so it'd be like, just can hear better. I think this sounds really cool. So that's just 4 5 4 5 4 5 4. So well, I'll talk like it's a 5-string bass. So it starts on the 4th string, 4 5, 5th string, 4 5, 3rd string, 4th fret, and then back to the 4th string, 5 4. Because also the thing is you started to fill on. That's the note you're already resting on. You want the first note to be different, because you're like. Now you want to be like. So that's the first one, and then the second one I think would be cool to be higher and a little different also. You'd be like. So that's just octaves of that. So that would be the 6th fret on the 4th string, 6 7, and then 6/7 on the second string, and then I have an F sharp here and you have a G, so it's different. So technically, I'm playing it on the 7th fret, but it's not. It's the 6th fret. So it's but that's gonna be. I'm a half step down, so it's. I mean, it's super easy. It's just 1 2 1 2, but it's technically. But again, it's just only because I'm on the guitar. I mean, really, it's just lowest. And then, of course, they double hit with the drums. Same thing. I think it sounds just tighter, So I think it sounds cool because the first one's a little bit lower. It's in a different. It's lower, and the second one's higher. It's a little bit cooler and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, you technically can change it, I guess, but I don't know, man. I did about every variation I could possibly imagine, and that's definitely what I came up with. That I think sounds pretty good. So the first one is, and the second one is. So yeah, if you could change those to that, that'd be cool. And also, I'm gonna put the link to the original video. Like in general, when you're writing, like what I'm saying in that video is the way to make sure you're in key. It's something I made up in my own mind, but it works every time. So it's just a good thing. So that, and the only other little thing I also realized is in the chorus, the part we changed where it's like instead of that thing on the not the first one, but the second 2 times it happens, the drums are pounding more. So you should hit you're going. But the drums are going tick, tick. So you should hit the in time 2 notes. Instead of just. And that's not like your fault or anything. It's just something I was hearing. You might as well just chug with the drums because that's the whole deal. The first time it doesn't because there's a gap, but the second 2 times it's pounding. So it's. It's only 2 spots: the second chorus and the third chorus. So yeah, that's it. So again, the verses, those bass fills, and then those 2 extra little things, and then of course all the other shit. But that's it, man. We're getting there, brother. All right, man. Fucking talk soon. Later.